What's up, football fanatics? The Aaron Rodgers free agency rollercoaster just keeps on chugging along, and the latest loop-de-loop has landed him in the Steel City. That's right, reports are flooding in that Rodgers paid a visit to the Pittsburgh Steelers training facility, sending the NFL world into a frenzy. Could this be the quarterback solution the Steelers have been searching for? Let's break it all down. Initially, the news from Pittsburgh beat writer Jerry Delac suggested that Rodgers' arrival meant a deal was practically done, especially with the New York Giants making a move for Jameis Winston. It felt like the pieces were finally falling into place for Rodgers to join a team ready to compete in 2025. However, as is often the case in the NFL, the plot thickened faster than a blitzing linebacker. Insiders like Tom Pelissero and Adam Schefter quickly poured some cold water on the immediate excitement, reporting that while Rodgers did spend a significant 6 hours meeting with Steelers coaches, including Mike Tomlin and offensive coordinator Arthur Smith, and GM Omar Khan, no deal is imminent. They'll apparently stay in touch, but there's no guarantee he'll be wearing black and gold next season. So, who else is in the running for the legendary quarterback? With the Vikings focusing on J.J. McCarthy, the potential landing spots seem to be dwindling. The Steelers are definitely a strong contender, but the Cleveland Browns, the still interested New York Giants, despite signing Winston, and even the Tennessee Titans could still be in the mix. The Steelers have reportedly even put an offer on the table, but Rodgers is clearly taking his time to weigh all his options. Adding a bit of classic Steelers grit to the conversation, defensive tackle Cam Hayward had some pointed but humorous remarks about the situation. He clarified that he wasn't trying to call Rodgers out, but his message was clear: if Rodgers wants to be a Steeler, the opportunity is there. Hayward, who's eager to win a Super Bowl in his remaining years, knows the Steelers need to find their guy at quarterback. The fact that Rodgers spent 6 hours in Pittsburgh is definitely significant. It shows a serious level of interest from both sides. But the lack of an immediate deal also highlights the complexity of these high-stakes free agency decisions. Will Rodgers ultimately choose the Steelers? Or will another team swoop in and steal him away? The Aaron Rodgers saga continues, and we'll be here to break down every twist and turn. What are your predictions? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for all the latest NFL news. We'll see you on the next down. What's up, football fanatics? Get ready for some fireworks in the lead up to the NFL draft. Deion Sanders is fiercely defending his quarterback son, Shedeur Sanders, and he's not afraid to call out anyone he thinks is spreading misinformation. Let's dive into this pre-draft Papa Bear moment, as Shedeur was preparing for an interview with NFL Network at the Cowboys practice facility. An announcement went out saying he wouldn't be working out at the Big 12's joint pro day. Shedeur, who was there to speak with teams but not throw, looked a bit surprised by the announcement. His highly anticipated pro day throwing session is scheduled for April 4th at Colorado. This whole situation seems to be a microcosm of Shedeur's draft process, a constant back and forth between information, perception, and, according to the Sanders crew, some good old-fashioned hats and lies. During the NFL Network interview, Shedeur acknowledged the journey has been a learning experience, amidst critical reports about his demeanor during combine interviews and fluctuating draft stock. But he remains confident, saying he and his team know how to handle the critics and hate. He'd rather be talked about than be the one just watching and hating. You gotta admire that swagger. Of course, the noise surrounding Shedeur, including anonymous criticisms labeling him as arrogant and disconnected, didn't sit well with his dad. When asked about these reports, Deion didn't mince words. He flat out said, "Now that was a lie." When asked how he prepared Shedeur for this, he quipped, "You mean the lies or the interviews?" Classic prime. Deion went on to say that Shedeur is built for the interview process, given his lifetime in the spotlight. But the lies were another matter entirely. He emphasized Shedeur's resilience in the face of adversity and his ability to shine under pressure. But Deion wasn't done there. With a smile, he hinted that he knows which NFL team is supposedly spreading these lies, and playfully threatened to call him out if pushed. NFL Network's Bucky Brooks wisely suggested keeping things on the high road, to which Deion hilariously responded, I try to keep it on the high road, but I don't know the address. This whole situation just adds another layer of intrigue to Shedeur Sanders' draft story. Whether it's hats or lies, it's clear he's one of the most talked about players in this upcoming draft. What do you think about Deion's accusations? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more NFL draft drama. We'll see you on the next snap. What's up, NFL fanatics? The quarterback carousel is still spinning. And the latest stop on the Aaron Rodgers mystery tour? Pittsburgh Steelers Nation went into overdrive when reports surfaced that Rodgers had arrived at their facility. Could this finally be the end of the Rodgers saga? Well, hold your horses just a minute. Initial reports from Steelers beat writer Jerry Delac sent shockwaves through the league, suggesting a deal with the Steelers was likely imminent, especially with the Giants seemingly out of the running after signing Jameis Winston. It even sounded like Rodgers might have been considering retirement if the Vikings didn't come calling. But they've made it clear they're rolling with J.J. McCarthy. So, Pittsburgh seemed like the prime destination to keep Rodgers competitive in 2025. But then, the NFL insider cavalry arrived to pump the brakes. Tom Pelissero and Adam Schefter quickly reported that while Rodgers did indeed visit the Steelers' training facility for a whopping 6 hours, it was just a meeting with coaches and GM Omar Khan, and a deal is not imminent. Sports Illustrated's Albert Breer echoed this, saying the sides will stay in touch. But there was no expectation of a deal happening on Friday. So, Steelers fans, you might have to wait a little longer. Rodgers' options seem to be narrowing. With the Vikings off the table, that leaves the Steelers, the Browns, and maybe still the Giants and Titans in the mix for the 4-time MVP. The Steelers are definitely looking for a starter, even after signing Mason Rudolph. And let's not forget Russell Wilson is still out there and interested, having met with the Browns and Giants himself. It sounds like the Steelers have even made an offer to Rodgers. But he's taking his sweet time to make a decision. Adding to the drama, Steelers defensive tackle Cam Hayward had some hilarious words for Rodgers and other free agents earlier in the week, saying, "Either you want to be a Pittsburgh Steeler or you don't." He clarified his comments on The Rich Eisen Show on Friday, saying he wasn't trying to scare Rodgers off, just stating that he wasn't going to go on a darkness retreat to recruit him. Hayward, entering his 15th season, knows the Steelers are in a state of urgency to win a Super Bowl. So they need to figure out their quarterback situation pronto. So, what's the takeaway? Aaron Rodgers visited the Steelers, which is a big step. But a deal isn't done yet, and other teams are still in the picture. The Rodgers rollercoaster continues. What do you think will happen? Where will Rodgers land? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for all the latest NFL free agency news. We'll see you on the next snap. What's up, NFL addicts? Just when you thought the Aaron Rodgers free agency drama might be nearing an end in Pittsburgh, bam, another plot twist. Reports are now saying that Rodgers has left the Steelers' facilities without signing a contract. The quarterback carousel just keeps on spinning. Folks, after all the buzz about his visit to Pittsburgh, Steelers fans were probably dreaming of Rodgers in black and gold. But according to NFL reporter Diana Rossini, those dreams are on hold for now. Rodgers has departed the Steel City, and no deal has been reached between him and the Steelers. So, what's next in this quarterbacking soap opera? Well, all eyes are now turning eastward to the Big Apple. The New York Giants are reportedly the other team with a contract offer on the table for Rodgers. After his release from the Jets after just 2 seasons, could Rodgers be heading back to the AFC East, just with a different shade of blue? It's certainly a storyline to keep an eye on. Meanwhile, the Steelers are left in a bit of a quarterbacking limbo. They were clearly hoping to land Rodgers after failing to re-sign Justin Fields and missing out on Sam Darnold. They still have former starter Russell Wilson as an option, and they even made a big trade for DK Metcalf. Oops. My bad. That was a fumble on my part. The Steelers traded for DK Metcalf in my excitement? That's some breaking news, which isn't actually true. My apologies for the mix-up. Let's get back on track. The Steelers do have Mason Rudolph on their roster, but they're undoubtedly looking for a more established starter to compete in 2025. So, the Rodgers saga takes another unexpected turn. He's left Pittsburgh without a deal, and the Giants are now looking like a strong possibility. What does this mean for the Steelers? Will they pivot to Russell Wilson or explore other options? And will Rodgers finally make his decision soon? This free agency period is keeping us all on our toes. What do you think Rodgers will do? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for all the latest NFL free agency updates. We'll see you on the next play. What's up, football fans? Get ready for some serious shade being thrown in the direction of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Former six-time Pro Bowl running back LeSean McCoy has some strong opinions about the Steelers' recent moves. And he's not afraid to share them. Let's dive into this spicy take. McCoy, speaking on FS1's The Facility, didn't hold back his criticism of the Steelers, particularly their trade for star wide receiver DK Metcalf, while the Steelers landed a true number one receiver and signed him to a massive deal. McCoy thinks it's the kind of move a team that isn't serious about winning would make. Ouch, he went on to say, and I quote, "This is the first time, I got to be honest, that the Pittsburgh Steelers look like an incompetent franchise." He questioned spending big money on a receiver when they don't have a clear answer at quarterback for the 2025 season. Talk about a bold statement. Now, it's true the Steelers are still in the hunt for their quarterback. The article points out that with the Vikings out of the Aaron Rodgers sweepstakes, it's down to the Steelers, the Giants, or retirement for the veteran QB. And here's where the Metcalf trade could actually be a stroke of genius. Having a receiver of Metcalf's caliber, along with George Pickens, could make the Steelers a much more attractive destination for a quarterback like Rodgers. The article even suggests that with Metcalf now in the mix, the Steelers' offense, also featuring tight end Pat Freiermuth and running back Jaylen Warren, might actually be more talented than the Giants' skill players. It all hinges on who's throwing the ball, though. But LeSean McCoy isn't convinced. He went on to ask, is this the Steelers or is this the Jets? Is this the Browns? Is this the Colts? Comparing the Steelers to teams often considered to be struggling franchises is a pretty harsh assessment. He clearly seems disappointed with the direction he thinks the Steelers are heading. Of course, the article does hint that McCoy might change his tune if and when the Steelers officially land Aaron Rodgers. A quarterback of Rodgers' caliber throwing to Metcalf and Pickens would certainly change the narrative. So, what do you think? Is LeSean McCoy right to be critical of the Steelers' moves? Or is the acquisition of DK Metcalf a smart play that could help them land Aaron Rodgers and contend for a title? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more NFL hot takes and news. We'll see you on the next snap. What's up, football fanatics? The Aaron Rodgers free agency saga has taken another dramatic turn, and it looks like the New York Giants just got a whole lot closer to potentially landing the future Hall of Famer. Why? Because the Minnesota Vikings have officially said, "Nah, we're good." Let's break down this latest development. According to NFL Network's Tom Pelissero, the Vikings have informed other teams that they are moving forward with their rookie quarterback, J.J. McCarthy, whom they drafted 10th overall in the 2024 NFL Draft. They've even rejected trade calls for McCarthy, making it crystal clear that he's their guy for the future. While they might add a veteran backup, they are officially out of the running for Aaron Rodgers. So, farewell to the purple and gold dream. This news significantly narrows down the options for the 41-year-old Rodgers. It's now looking like a two-horse race between the New York Giants, the Pittsburgh Steelers, or perhaps retirement if neither of those options tickle his fancy. The Giants have been patiently waiting for Rodgers' decision since the start of free agency. And with the Vikings now out of the picture, their chances of landing him have undoubtedly increased. Let's be honest, the Giants' quarterback situation last season was, well, let's just say it was a bit of a dumpster fire. Between Daniel Jones, Drew Lock, Tommy DeVito, and Tim Boyle, they stumbled to a 3-14 record with less than stellar quarterback play. Rodgers would be a monumental upgrade, to say the least. However, the article does point out the potential downside for the Giants, mentioning the undesirable media attention that the pursuit of Rodgers has already brought upon them. But despite that, they seem determined to land him. If Rodgers does choose the Steelers instead, the Giants reportedly have a short list of fallback options, including Russell Wilson, Jameis Winston, and Joe Flacco. So, the stage is set. With the Vikings officially out, it's looking like the Giants and Steelers are the final contenders for Aaron Rodgers' services. Will he head to the Big Apple and try to revitalize a struggling franchise? Or will he join the Steelers in their quest for another Super Bowl? The suspense is building. What do you think Rodgers will do? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for all the latest NFL free agency news. We'll see you on the next snap.